Alright folks, and welcome back to the channel. We're here to discuss Sunday's game as Celtic play Rangers in the League Cup semi-final. Also look back on Wednesday night's game as Celtic beat Falkirk by 4 goals to 0 in a much improved performance under Martin O'Neill. We'll also discuss the latest fan survey results and amongst everything else. To go over everything as usual, I'm joined by Alistair. How you doing, Alistair?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Aye, alright. Aye, decent. But let's just hopefully, well, good at the end of the weekend. Hopefully, after a decent, actually alright result against Rangers, but we'll obviously see what happens. But briefly, we'll obviously start with the game on Wednesday night because I didn't have actually any time to actually go on and kind of do a match reaction to it. Before we do start, there's one guy that needs to take all the credit for the result on Wednesday.
Guys, if you're not training with intensity and you do 3 days out of the 5 days, you'll not be in my team. I've got a good group here, and the team, the starting 11 and the subs, they earned the right. If you want the cost, just stay at home. You're not going to play for me. It's not how it works.
I really do think that guy deserves all the credit. Big Mark Fordring.
Boy.
I mean, we you could say Alistair, we played with intensity and we didn't coast as he would Mr. Mark Fordring would say.
Can I be honest with you, Josh? I just felt that the players were sick hearing the same voice, and I did say it in the preview for the Falkirk game. I did say we won't be playing pass, pass, pass to death, and I thought that became that was like a breath of fresh air. I mean, and I just know Martin was probably Martin, Sean Malone and Matt Fordingham will probably said you don't need to pass the ball to death to get the ball forward. And that doesn't mean long balls every 5 minutes. Just get the ball in the wing, beat a man and then close it in. Don't try and beat me in 3, 4 times and get it here.
No, I know. I think that was the main thing I noticed in terms of the direction or the directness of a player. I thought it was we're a lot more direct instead. We're cutting out the 4 or 5 pointless passes that unfortunately near the end of Rodgers' time we were seeing. But it was just it was 4 or 5 passes and we were getting nowhere. I thought we were getting the ball to the wingers a lot more. Obviously Forrest was on the right and then Taneki on the left hand side as well. I
Gave us
thought
a bit of balance, I felt.
I thought we were getting the ball to them a lot quicker. It took players like Sriracha and even like Ralston trying to get the balls kind of out to them instead of farting about at the centre halves for about 20 minutes before actually doing it. And so I would caveat though and just say it's Falkirk. Celtic should be beating Falkirk. I'm not taking anything away, and obviously with the week that we've had, it was good to get the result. Obviously, because if we didn't, we would only have mourning. So you can't have it both ways. But I would also caveat and just say no disrespect to Falkirk, but Celtic should be beating Falkirk. I have seen the typical kind of maybe overreaction, to be honest. But I guess, see, to be honest with you, it was good to see a bit more directness in our play. But I guess, as I've said with this kind of Martin O'Neill, Sean Maloney partnership, time will tell where they can actually kind of get this team to, and if the team have kind of turned the corner. And to be honest with you, one of the biggest tests is at the weekend against Rangers. So they're up at. I think if we can maybe get a result against Rangers, then we're on a really good bit of momentum here. So
What I would say, Josh, is this. I, I don't know about you, but I feel more confident going into Sunday than I would have done under the previous manager. And that's not me hearing I go at him. That's just because I genuinely think the players look lost towards the end.
aye,
I
aye,
didn't
no,
think they
probably.
knew what was happening.
You're probably right. Aye. Yeah, probably will give a bit more confidence. Does it? does it make me more confident we'll go and get a result? I'm going to be honest, I don't think so. I still, but it's yeah. I've made this clear. I just think that becomes that confidence in these games become if you've on a good record in these games. And let's be honest, Alistair, the record in these games recently has been awful.
Well, we haven't beat them since the last time we played them at Hampden, so oh,
Hopefully that's a good omen, but we've not even beat them in 90 minutes since last September.
aye, true.
You know, so
The Maeda,
Kyogo and
try to think, Maeda, Kyogo, and
I can't remember his
look
score.
at the last one. God, that's terrible.
I think Maida scored 2, I'm pretty sure.
McGregor.
McGregor, that's what it was.
The scare.
It's on the intro as well, fucking hell, man.
On the intro, for God's sake.
No, I know, but that's maybe why my confidence isn't maybe, up there, because I just think our record in this fixture recently has been
I'll put it as
poor.
we owe them one.
I know, but I've said that how many games in it? That's to be honest. So let's hope we can obviously get there and do the job. But
let's hope it's kind of similar to Martin O'Neill's first one the first time.
That'd be good. That would be good. But no, I thought the performance on Wednesday night, good win, but it's only Falkirk. The test is this weekend. That's your test to see where this Celtic team. And then if we can get a good result, then you can maybe go at that. Well, maybe the manager wasn't getting enough out of them, so it's going to be interesting.
You can't base it in one game,
Nah, you can't base it in one game, and we did. I'm not trying to just stick up for Brendan Rodgers, but we did beat Falkirk, I think 4-0 under Rodgers as well. So I'm hoping that we can get a result on Sunday. But I thought it was just good to get a win, especially after all the carry on that we've had over the last kind of week.
It was nice to finally talk about the football for once.
I know, that's true. Alistair, in terms of Sunday, obviously we play Rangers in the League Cup semi-final. Rangers, I think Rangers are starting to slowly turn a bit of a corner, I would say, under Danny Rowe.
They're in a kind of similar position to ourselves, because they're starting to I mean, cards on the table, and I mean that's for both teams. Celtic and Rangers were never going to be shite for the whole season. I never ever bought into that hype, and I still think that given that this could go anyway, this game. Obviously, I'm going to say we're going to win it because it's a Celtic podcast, but it could go anyway. And the one thing I will say that I think gives us the edge, our management team will know more about the fixture, know what's expected. Danny Rowe, I'm unsure about it because none of us know how he's going to react to it. At least we've got that. And I still think we edge it in terms of players if we're on it.
Aye. And that's been the problem in these games recently. If you like it or not, we've not been on it. We've not been anywhere really near it, to be honest with you.
I think we've been too predictable.
Aye. It's just the unpredictability. I think there's just been a complete lack of fight. Teams have, as you were saying, find it too easy. I think Rangers have basically just sat back and countered us, and they've been happy to sit there and do that. And it's not going to work on Sunday if we do that because they'll probably dominate.
We need to start quick. We need to get in their faces and see if. I always think if you start well in these games, you give yourself a chance.
I know, definitely. I like the team that starts well. I think 9 times out of 10 will go and kind of win the game. I think you can tell first 15, 20 minutes who's going to win the game, I think, in these kind of fixtures, man. The press conference, nothing really kind of came right. Martin O'Neill was just kind of being witty as usual and just kind of...
Martin O'Neill, and he done this in his first spell as well, Josh. As long as Martin O'Neill's here, Josh will be using me to reference what Martin O'Neill will do because I seen him first time round. But what if he very rarely gives things away in terms of team selection.
Aye.
So because uh, he tends to wait to the day before the game before picking the team. So even he won't know. He'll have a fair idea of the team that he'll pick, but maybe he'll listen to the podcast. Who knows? Um, but no, I I think what Mark what Martin O'Neill will do and Sean Maloney, I think they'll freshen it up, they'll put new ideas, and they'll be hard to read. Well,
Aye.
for but as much as Danny Rowe will be hard to read for Martin O'Neill, so will I tell you something. No coach has got an advantage getting into it because it'll be completely different. I'll be doing the
Aye.
players.
I'm going to be honest. My one maybe main worry coming into this game is Rangers have got a kind of up and coming coach, kind of more up to date. And I'm not having a dig at Martin O'Neill here, right? But you know, we have got a coach who's no really managing them, and I'm hoping that Roy comes into that. But I just think obviously Danny Rose kind of made a modern coach with kind of
That's why
modern ideas.
Maloney's there, Josh, I would say.
Aye, but still, I don't think there's.
Oh,
I guess time will tell. I think
I,
that's what's
I,
going to be the main thing with us. Is time's going to tell, like what's
well,
going to
the thing
happen.
is, Martin O'Neill and Sean Maloney are an interim management team. They're no the manager. Effectively, we're getting into this game. I don't want to be cruel and say managerless, but it kind of feels like that.
Aye, no, you're
I don't,
probably correct.
'cause
But
I don't think Martin O'Neill and Sean Maloney will be at Celtic long term as
no, they can't be.
managers.
Nah, they can't be. You know, there's obviously been a lot going about the managers, but I'll probably do a video at some point, maybe next week, about the whole kind of manager situation. Cause
I
there's
think
so,
you'll probably need to wait to the international break before you
um,
might get movement in that, Josh.
so we'll probably do a
I'm
video next week.
realistic.
We'll probably do a video next week with do's and don'ts and who we think would be a good fit and who doesn't. I'm just going to maybe give you a spoiler, but Robbie can get the fuck. Anyway, um, but I mean, I think it's interesting. I think because I think if Celtic can get a win, I think it can really
It would give us a lift.
it
As
gives a
a
lift
fan
and
base,
it gives a lift and gives us momentum as well. I think it's the momentum. Um, I don't think I'm not really. I'm not sure it would completely change our season. I don't think so. But I think what it would do is give us a momentum when we talk about kind of that run. Obviously, we've seen Hearts dropping points midweek as well. So if we can kind of hopefully put a run together and hopefully Hearts can kind of drop some points, then we can hopefully
yeah, come on Dundee tomorrow, please.
I would they bet on it. Fuck's sake.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it tongue
Sake. No, but hopefully the game in Sunday gives us that kind of boost that I think this team are leading at the moment. As I said, Wednesday was great, but it's still nowhere near where a Celtic
Winning,
team should be.
winning, winning against Falkirk. Just like the Sturm Graz game, Josh, we need to back it up.
Aye,
We
no,
need to back
definitely.
it up with something tangible.
Aye, Alton, in terms of the team selection, we obviously I think I seen something interesting. I think for training, Spikelet didn't take part apparently,
Well, we never did.
which could be interesting because I really hope he plays Sinisal in goal. I don't think he will, but I would be quite good
Well,
if he could.
I think Brendan Rodgers would have, but Martin and he was kind of the type of manager that says,
Uh,
"Fine, but don't fix it."
And I think he's right in that sense. I think he has, he's going to have to call on a lot of experience because he's come into a group of players that he's coached it. He's had for a week, so it's pretty. He's going to probably rely on a lot on the players, and he's elaborated to that. He's not really. I think he's had like 2 training sessions with him. I
Yeah,
think
well,
so.
he only met the players. I think it was Wednesday, Wednesday morning, the day of the Falkirk game. So you're probably right, Josh. He probably had two or three.
Well, he said that in the press conference today that apparently after the Falkirk game, the players who did play got a day off, and then the players who didn't play trained, and then the players who did play, I think, went out training the day or something. So,
That would be the norm
aye.
for a Martin O'Neill
So he's
type.
gone in probably to think my experience. Awa, I think he'll go for Schmeichel. Left back's an interesting one because Kieran Tierney, which we didn't know, I apparently picked up a bit of training before the Falkirk game. But Marcelo Sarachi, I thought, came in.
I would place her actually.
Seems to have a bit about him, bit of bite about him, which, well, as we've said, we've needed in this kind of fixture. So I'd probably
On
say,
paper, he's made for this pitch, just to be
aye.
honest.
I thought he was good against Falkirk, and I'd play him. I think he deserves a chance. Centre halves, Liam Scales and Austin Trusty. The biggest, and I know it's yet again easy to say after this for one game, but we've been the Austin Trusty drum for months. The biggest mistake I've always said, Brendan Rodgers was not playing Austin Trusty.
At Tynecastle, yeah, completely. Agree.
No at times, just anything. Because let's be honest, he completely froze him out of the team.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, and I'm
Well,
not going
let's
against
be
Rodgers,
honest.
but
He done that. He done that well with his centre halves.
aye.
It was
He did.
playing
Well,
with the nose in your face.
he's got a list. He's got a list of centre halves that he's seemed to have froze out. Liam Scales will obviously partner him. Ralston will play at right back.
Yeah.
I think about the midfield three. I think will be McGregor, who I thought looked a bit more bitier, which was good. I thought he was gonna had a bit more oomph about him. I think Arne Engels will play. I think that's kind of how O'Neill kind of set up. I think Benjamin Negrin will play as well. Who I actually thought it was okay on Wednesday. I thought he kind of played better as a second striker.
I'm
No,
going to.
he was just going to give him more freedom. I think he just got more freedom.
I was going to say, George, and everybody knows I like Real Hattati, but Negrin and Hattati kind of play in the same team.
Aye.
Up the balance for me. But I agree with you. I think he'll play Negrin as well. I think they could. The only card on the table, George, there's one change I would make if at all possible, and it's Maeda through the middle. That's personally what I would do.
I think with the
Especially
front,
if you get the ball forward quicker.
I think with the front three, I think if it let's look at when Maida came on during the week. I think he played them out wide, so I think going by that, I think he is going to. I think he will play Johnny Kenny because I'm realistic. I don't see why you
You can't really drop him, can you?
and I'm not his biggest fan, as you'll know, but he scored 2 goals, and 2 decent finishes as well, so he deserves his chance. And I think you'd need Maida maybe just for the more depth on the wings, or if maybe Forrest are playing. I don't know. Who actually thought
Well,
Forrest?
Forrest isn't going to play 90 minutes,
Aye.
so you might need. Um, but by the way, the only thing I will say, Maeda's not going to finish the game either, so you kind of need to start one.
I'd say he's going to probably start Maida on the right hand side. I think he'll play Johnny Kenny through the middle, and he'll play Sebastian Tenek out on the left hand side. I think that would be how he's going to probably set us up. I would say.
Well, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't have
Aye.
a problem with that because O'Neill, Mullen, and Fords, I'm going to give the whole three. It's not. They're limited what they can do with a lack of options, but Van goes to the squad depth again. But I think that's what he'll start with, Josh. I completely agree with you.
Aye.
Uh,
But I just hope we can get a good result, because I just think, like, the boost that would give somebody like Martin O'Neill, just getting a good result. And that's the way I'm looking at this kind of interim. I'm just looking at, I just want Martin O'Neill to get good results with it.
And do you
To
know
be,
what I want, Josh? If if Martin O'Neill, God forbid, we were to lose, I'm worried that the board would panic and would end up getting somebody that we would rush in the door.
aye,
Whereas if he gets a one, um, um, I'm not saying the board can take their time.
no, definitely not.
The more good results Martin and Sean Maloney get, the more the board don't have to rush it. I mean, at the end of the day, if we get a manager in by, let's be realistic, say the international break,
Aye,
um, I think that's as quick as you can expect it to happen because I don't see it. We've got Midtjylland on Thursday night, so they're not going to beat, say, well, beat Rangers. They're not going to change it until at least the international break
I
in
think no
March.
matter, I think no matter what, I think we'll be all wait to the international break minimum to have a look for a manager. I think it's important. I know you don't want to take hundreds of time, but I think it's important that they need to get this appointment right. Because if they don't, we could end up in what Rangers seem to do, where they've got a new manager every 6 months. You don't want that. You want stability. You want a manager that's going to be here maybe 2 3 years. You don't
Yep.
want a manager every 6 months. So if they, I'm fine with them taking their time within reason. If they're still sitting here and a month later with a manager, I'll start to severely ask questions. But
Yeah,
if
well, ideally, Josh, you want the new manager in certainly well before the January window. He needs to be in 3 4 weeks before that
aye.
and be assessing the squad.
No, definitely, no, I completely agree with you. But I hopefully we can get a good result, obviously, and then get through that League Cup final. Would also beg the I don't I know I don't remember the COVID season just gave them the cup final.
No,
Don't
I
want to give
don't
them
think
any. I don't
yeah,
want to give
that.
them any ideas. Um, but no, because I remember that during the COVID season we were trying to get rid of Lennon. It was like just
But
give them the cup
remember, we
final.
were already in the, the Scottish
I know that's what
Cup
they were doing, but
semi final, so
aye, no, but they kept saying, "Oh, maybe they're giving them the cup final." I'm sorry, sentimentality for me. I've got no
no.
place for
And,
sentimentality. I think at the
and
end
do
of the
you
day,
know something? O'Neill wouldn't want that either, Josh.
aye. I think
He,
he's braced himself for a short term thing anyway, as he said.
yeah, that I know he kind of said short and then he jokingly said long term. I've been listening to Martin O'Neill for the years uh, in the majority of his jobs. Um, I don't think this is a long term fix. I said to you,
No, it's
Josh,
definitely not.
I'll die, I'll die in this hill. It's a 4 game max job for
Aye,
me because I don't think we've approached anybody yet. But I think, I think ideally we'll know who we want by now. So
probably no, probably hopefully, but also seeing due course what kind of happens to the managerial thing. Alistair, to finish off this segment, we'll just do our usual kind of score predictions for the game. I think it's Matt something going first. I'm pretty sure. I think
you
aye,
you
um,
could not took yours at last. You were
um,
unlucky. You missed a big goal.
no,
Thanks, Seb.
um, 2-1,
Mm.
2-1.
Well, for once you never stole mine, I'm gonna go 3-1. I think it'll be. I think it'll be
Hopefully,
3-1.
hopefully it's
We'll take
pretty.
anyone.
I know,
Anyone.
definitely. That's Martin O'Neill says
Preferably no penalty kicks this time,
no,
Celtic
because
boys.
they've got a goalkeeper that can save penalties. We haven't.
Well, it depends who starts.
Well, I have 3 pointers. No, but Butland's record at penalties is actually quite impressive, man. To be
No, last
fair,
time we never saved a penalty was the League Cup final
League
last
Cup
year.
final, I still look at that and go, Mattarelli, you must have some fucking set of balls on you, man, honestly, after Panenka him in front of Gareth Southgate.
Aye, that was at Ibrox.
But no, hopefully we can get a good result and just kind of build that momentum and obviously beat our rivals and get in a League Cup final.
Yep.
That's just the kind of main thing. But
And win another trophy, hopefully.
well, hopefully, and hopefully, as I said, I think the big thing is that kind of momentum boost. But obviously, we'll obviously see what happens on Sunday, and hopefully, we're on here talking about a good result. Alistair, to finish off, I just want to talk about this whole kind of fan statement thing or no fan survey result. Basically, Celtic done a fan kind of survey, I think 2-3 months ago, which probably was another thing that we never thought we'd have seen. But to be fair, I think because fan groups have been pressuring them, they've not really had any sort of choice to actually do it, and because of the recent events, I think they've been kind of pressured to put this out. There's a whole kind of 48-page thing that you, if you want, that the whole kind of thing about who took part and stuff like that. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not reading 48 pages.
No.
So if you want to do that, please go to its own Twitter so you could on the website.
See, to be honest, mate, there's no really anything groundbreaking on there.
Well, I think there is one. I think basically somebody on Twitter has just kind of summed it up through ChatGPT. So ChatGPT have summed it up through kind of AI. So basically, what I'll do is I'll just read out the kind of summed up version. Just so we can save time and energy. So the first one is many fans feel that club's engagement with them is only average. Some significant number rate the engagement as poor. I think that's pretty much common knowledge. A substantial majority of supporters want an informal fan advisory board and an FAB to be set up, recognising traditional channels such as fan forums are seen as less effective by many. I think they're fucking useless. To be honest with you, it's just something I've never went on. Topics fans care most about are want to discuss include match day experience. I know there's a big one I did kind of look through the 48 pages, but one of the big things I did see was they'd done like a survey on who would kind of want a digital season ticket. So maybe a season ticket. It was on your kind of phone, so you would forfeit the kind of paper or your just card tickets, whatever. But I think it was majority I put against by it.
But I'm dealing with that on Sunday and it's a fucking nightmare.
But well, you'll be glad to know that I think the majority voted against it, quite unanimously as well. I was a bit surprised, but I stand. I think I would rather keep my paper tickets, and it should as you said, Alistair, it's easier for people like you.
Aye. Definitely.
So, but I don't think they'll come in anytime soon.
Although they don't like it, they're probably next season.
Topics fans care most about and want to discuss include matchday experience, season ticket matters, stadium expansion, standing sections and club strategic vision. There is a particular interest around, this is the big thing that I took from it, there's a particular interest around safe standing on a dedicated standing section in the stadium. For example, the proposed Celtic end. I think it's just a no-brainer. I think it's a complete no-brainer. But people in the survey did vote for it, but the thing is with these surveys, not everybody votes, and I think only like 20% of season ticket holders voted in them. So
I tell you something. I think we need an exchange system.
I don't know if that. As I said, I've not read through the 42 pages, but I'm pretty sure that was in it. That would have been a key point.
That would have been unanimous.
I've always said Celtic needs some sort of exchange system because, I don't miss a lot of games, but just if you do, there's a kind of exchange system there. I know Rangers have got a seat sub or something. I know they've got it where you can get some of the money back for your
Yeah,
ticket.
I believe that's the way Man United run
I
there.
think you get
I
like a
think you get a
10.
percentage,
Aye. So say a ticket costs 40 quid, I think you maybe get like 15 quid
a
back.
tenner back or something.
Aye, 10, 15 pound back. It's not the full amount, but it's still money back at the end of the
Yeah.
day. So they talked about the safe standing kind of the Celtic end, improving atmosphere and facilities. The club's delay in publishing full survey results has generated frustration amongst supporters, um, raising concerns around transparency and whether the findings reflect current settlement, which I think is very important because I don't know when this was concluded, but I don't think it
About
was just
8 months.
included.
A bit. Well, was first. It was first commissioned about 8 months ago.
Overall, the survey reveals that while fans are committed and engaged, they feel the club has room for improvement
And
when
that's
it
what
comes
you.
when it comes to listening, consulting, and acting on their views. The message is clear: supporters want stronger role in the club conversation and decisions. This was also met by a statement from the Celtic collective. I'll just get out in a sec. There we go. Who said, "We welcome the release of the long-awaited fan survey results today. While we take our time to evaluate the findings, we welcome the club's commitment to act on feedback received by supporters. This is an encouraging step towards genuine fan engagement and transparency, but this is merely the beginning. We hope the process leads to a regular and open consultation and decisions that reflect the passion, values, and ambitions of the Celtic support. To build on this process, we urge the club to move swiftly to establish a democratic and representative fan advisory board that will strengthen communications and collaborations with supporters for the benefit of all." Um, so I think it's fans. Well, we just want some sort of communication. Um, and what I'm going to cover in a second, just kind of, I've got a thing about that as well. Is I just think the communication is needed. Obviously, then Alistair, Celtic then announced that the stadium, or the outside of the stadium, that's been left neglected for about 6 to 8 months.
Last April, aye.
I think it was even
Aye.
January. I think it was January. It's been left like that from.
Well,
And that's what I'm talking
especially
about.
the bit where me and you go in.
Aye, I think that was January. I think that's been because there was a storm. Obviously, January. It's been neglected since. But then Celtic announced today that they're going to do this new Celtic. Kind of like, similar to like when it was used to be like with the legend, all that kind of. So this is what I'm talking about. Surely they've known this for months. Why not come and tell us then, so we don't continue to ask them?
You shouldn't really ask them
Aye,
because
what?
they should be appraising my ground in my club. I mean, it's no as if we're having to get players, managers. I mean, let's be honest, Joy. Managers don't have. It's not as if we've got any Scottish legends that we can't cover the stadium with.
Aye.
And that's what does my head in.
Aye, no, definitely. But I just look at it and go, fans have been moaning about it for months. Like, just come out and say, "Oh, we plan to do this," and you're just like, that's where the
That's what we
communication.
take, I know.
Aye, but what's coming up soon?
AGM.
Well, there you go. Call me
Aye.
cynical, but that's
No, we just know what Celtic are like when it comes to stuff like that.
Anyway, they said preparations are now underway for the new stadium banners at Celtic Park, with the previous banners being removed in the next few days. Thank fuck. I never really liked the banners that we had, even when they were fixed. To be honest, we are pleased to. Always thought the older ones were better, to be honest.
I did.
We are pleased to share the details of the striking new banners, which will provide a fantastic new makeover for the stadium and celebrate legendary players as well as the incredible Celtic support, without whom our achievements would not be possible. The club's record-breaking 8 trophies will be showcased through key players' iconic moments from each winning season, with the likes of Herbert Larson, Tom Rogic, Carl McGregor adorning the huge banners around the southwest corner of Celtic Park. I'm pretty sure a certain manager won't be on there.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be. It should be.
It should be, but we know. No, I'm not being bad. As you know, I'm on the side of Brendan Rodgers, but
no, but let's be honest, Josh. We can't let how it ends. Take away.
No. You've got completely wrong there. I'm not trying to say it, but you just.
I'm not saying you are, but I know a lot of the support will be. Especially that support I'm talking about.
At the opposite side of the stadium, we honour the most successful season ever in Celtic's history. Liverpool of the 1966/67 squad then, alongside the unique achievement of securing all 5 trophies they contested that season. The 1967 crest is highlighted next to the panel, inspired by a pennant exchange before kick-off at the Estadio Nacional on a magic night in Lisbon. The crowning glory in a season which we'll never forgotten. There's some of the pictures. They look actually pretty decent.
That's actually quite.
As we look ahead to the 60th anniversary of the club, greatest ever achievement, the immortal standing 11 from the match take pride of place naturally on the Lisbon Lions stand named in their honour. Each legend will having a panel bearing their image alongside manager Rockstein, which will adorn the east end of the stadium. We're proud to commemorate the Lions' incredible feats of that famous season and have their iconic images displayed for all supporters and visitors to Celtic Park to admire upon arrival. Last but certainly not least, we also celebrate the magnificent Celtic support. The noise you bring to paradise and the way you get behind the team is key to the club's success and has cemented Celtic Parks. We should get sacked the ball just put across the stadium. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I tell you something they should commemorate on that Fergus McCann because it was his brainchild.
Cemented Celtic's Park legendary reputation across the world for atmospheres and match days, which is centred on the sea of supporters holding their scarves high to a chorus of "You Never Walk Alone" is a stunning image which shows off the celebration of the family across the Jockstein stand. We are delighted to share an advanced image of the work which will be set to be carried out. The full set of banners is due to be completed in the next few weeks, and we hope we can all come along and have along to see the stadium's new look. Where the fuck's the images then?
You wouldn't buy them?
Have I? Right.
Yeah,
shit, there we go. There we go. That's excellent.
But can I just say one thing before we finish? I'm going to embarrass you. This young man's graduating for college and more. That's what they bring bugs, Josh, and
no, you can guarantee there'll be no brown brogues. No, there'll be no brown brogues. No, cheers, no, I appreciate it. But no, we'll just think we'll finish up there because we've been gone for about 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
So we'll finish up there as usual. We'll be back on Sunday for post-match reaction. Hopefully, talking about a Celtic winning or passes through and a League Cup final. But until then, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, we'll speak to you later. And hail, hail.
Hail, hail.